Hey Caroline, I've just finished watering. I started at 7:30 and it's now 9:20. So it's been a bit of a day so far, but here's the update. Now, remember I told you I got some Oncidiums? This one's still in full flower with multiple spikes and, clusters. Oops, if I can get it to focus. It's quite beautiful. The other one I have, it's finished its flowering cycle, and unfortunately I've taken its spikes off, but here's kind of an example of, that was the best of them on the spikes that was left. It actually smelt like chocolate, this one, and the other one has got a citrusy fragrance to it. As far as the flowers are going, you can see that beautiful one there. Not so beautiful when I unpotted it. Everything was rotten, so I had to cut the spike off, so it's just in a vase. It's a lot more complicated than I thought. So I'm just keeping those until they don't want to be around anymore. I've repotted the other one actually into a mixture of bark and sphagnum. Now this was one of the ones I got from the orchid show, and it was in moss, but I changed it to bark and moss, and you can see like roots are growing out, new tips, going really well, and still holding on to some of its flowers. But that's a good 5 months of flowering from that. And one of my second time bloomers here, doing nicely. Now this one, I've shown you before, it's still, and we're now in December, so it was June that I got it, and it was just coming into flower then. It still hasn't lost one bud or one flower. I wish you could see the shimmer on the leaves in this video, but it's like someone's just dusted it with glitter. It's just an incredible flower. Now, the one with the root rot, the stem rot that I was worried about, well, it pushed up a new leaf. It's damaged, but you can see that it's going to continue growing and be really good. This little fella has picked up and pushed up a new leaf, and there's a second one coming. Now, on that, you would remember that I had a rescue fowl, and I didn't think it was going really not all that well. I'm just trying to find it. There's so many on the table. Where are you? Oh, that's right, I put you over here. This one, all kinds of trouble. Look what it's done, can you see? It's got a damaged leaf, it's pushed up 3 leaves at the same time, which I'm assuming is a sign of good things to come. My other little bonus one that I got, called Easter egg, hasn't done any new leaves, but it's got a little, I don't know if you call them a keiki, but another one growing up off the side, so I'm assuming that's a good thing. There's the second time bloomer again, well, the same, different plant. First time I've had bud blast for a long time, but got it at the same time, but I couldn't pass it up because of the flowers. Like how pretty is that? Now, what else did I have to show you? Oh, this one down here, still going. That was another one from South Australia, and it's scented. It does smell like lemon. So I'm quite happy with how she's going. and the one that I broke the spike and it's now flowered, and you've got the same one. That's my Fuller's DPS. So hopefully next year I'll get more than three buds and I won't break the spike. But you can tell just from looking that I've probably got enough orchids now, for the time being anyway. But there's so many new leaves. Oh, I'll tell you, this one here, when I went to repot it, I broke the new leaf off. It's the first time I've done that, so I'm hoping everything will be okay. But you can see new leaves in there. I think that's about to push up a new one. Where was that funny one? There's another new leaf. This is the one that had the split leaves. Alright, but that's the new leaf on it. It's still split, but it's put on a lot of growth since I last spoke to you. And this one here. This one had a small leaf on it. It hasn't, I can tell it's about to push up another one down in there. But this leaf started to regrow again, and you can see it went thin and plumped out, so it's doing quite well. So I have a few issues with things like that's obviously some kind of deficiency. I hear people from the States talk about CalMac, but I can't find it, so I'm going to have to come up with something else. But there's lots of aerial roots. I think I showed you that's got 2 new leaves coming up. So all in all, everything's going pretty well. So there's the update. And I've definitely decided that I have to stop. I'm moving in about 6 weeks. So I'll just have to wait and see how they adapt to the new apartment. There's another one with yellowing, and I'm sure that's a deficiency, so I don't know, I'll try and find something here that I can fix it with. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you soon.